guys remember, but earlier this year I put out a video announcing that Michelin will be leaving GT500 at the end of the 2023 season. The two cars that actually use Michelin tires are the number 3 Nissan Z and the number 23 Nissan Z. The other car that uses Michelin tires in the GT300 category is the number 7 Studie BMW. Apparently Michelin just dropped an announcement saying that they will continue supplying Super GT after 2023, but it's only going to be in the GT300 category. So according to our good friend Jamie Klein over at motorsport.com, Michelin commits to Super GT's GT300 class after GT500 exit. Jamie writes, Michelin will continue to supply tires to Super GT GT300 class next season despite its withdrawal from the GT500 category. So, like I said, earlier this year, Michelin stunned the Japanese series paddock with the announcement that it will pull out of GT500 at the end of the 2023 season, ending its long-standing agreement to supply the number 3 and number 23 Nissan Zs. So basically, the only GT300 team currently running on Michelin's is BMW team Studie, and it's understood that the firm did not consider it worthwhile financially to continue its commitments in Super GT, supplying only a single car. However, it has now emerged that Michelin has successfully recruited at least one additional team in the lower divisions for the 2024 season. A spokesperson for Michelin confirmed to motorsport.com that there would be a minimum of 2 cars on the French firm's rubber next year, but didn't rule out the possibility of more. One team that is thought likely to make the move to Michelin in 2024 is the Toyota Squad Shade Racing, which currently uses Dunlop tires. So that's pretty much the Toyota GT86 with the weird body. Kind of very similar to the Subaru BRZ, a little bit, right? While there has been no official word on which tire manufacturer will supply the 2 Nismo run GT500 cars in 2024, it appears overwhelmingly likely that the deal will go to Bridgestone. This does hurt though for the 2 Nismo cars, because if you look at the standings, they're actually doing pretty good this year. So it sucks when you have to change the formula when the formula is working, you know? The first run for the 2024 Nissan Z GT500 test car at Okayama in July was done on Bridgestone's, although it subsequently ran on Michelin's last month at Motegi. So, Spengler, keen to stay at Super GT in 2024, Team Studie BMW driver Bruno Spengler has outlined a desire to remain in Super GT next year as part of his commitment for the German manufacturer. Spengler replaced Augusto Farfus as Seiji Ara's teammate aboard the Studie BMW M4 GT3 this year, although clashing commitments in Italian GT forced him to miss the second, third, and fourth rounds of the season. His place for those races were taken by Masataka Yanagida, who helped the squad secure a victory in round 3 of Suzuka. As of now, I don't know my program yet, but I should know it soon. And my main wish is to continue in Super GT because it is an awesome championship, Spengler said. Now I know almost all of the tracks. It would be great to do a second year with a bit more experience. It's great to know Michelin. I was waiting for them to bring Michelin in because this whole story was about Michelin, and they started going over on Spengler. So I was just waiting for him to say, props to Michelin or something like that, right? It's great to know Michelin is continuing in GT300 even though they are stopping in GT500, which doesn't benefit you. It doesn't hurt you, so I wouldn't be worried about it. This is very positive for us, and the fact that they can focus on GT300 will be a great help for performance, I'm sure. Ara sits 10 points behind the championship leading Saitama Toyota Pet. I hate that name. I really hate that team name. I would race for them, but I hate that team name. Saitama Toyota Pet Toyota team heading into final 2 rounds of the season at Topless and Motegi. So I know one thing he said was this is very positive for us, and the fact that they can focus on GT300 will be a great help for the performance, I'm sure. So I wonder, do they believe that just because of Michelin will have less involvement in other teams, they can focus all their performance engineering on one team or 2 teams, as we just heard? I don't know. That might be a little wishful thinking to think that, but I don't think that they're gonna change the way they distribute tires to you, or I don't know. I don't feel like that's going to be a benefit, but you know, they do know more than me. You know, they are racing, but you know, it's just my 2 cents. But there you have it. Michelin will stay at GT300 and possibly add one more team, but they're officially leaving GT500 next year.